welcome to Mith.Trust versus EHOME in this ProDota2 match, and for the Asian side. And this is actually the first the first time I'm casting EHOME at Mith.Trust, that's for sure. So I'm very interested to see these teams going against each other. As we were waiting for the last load-ins to be ready. This is the best out of one, by the way. And I do not have a co-caster because actually, okay, so in my preparation I kind of forgot that. That's a bit fail, isn't it? Lame. And also turning on a light, because otherwise it's dark. That's not good. It looks like Mith is having a bit of, well, this might be having, I can check the pings in a second. Once everybody's in, I can check the pings if you're interested in that, which you might be. It seems like Mith is having a slower time loading in than EHOME at least. And we have pretty names on the top side, so I might have to remove my starboard if this continues, if they keep there, and if they do, then I'll just remove my starboard so that you don't see everything double, because that's bound to be annoying. And we are in the draft phase right now, and the first pick goes to Mith.Trust, as EHOME has got the dire side. It's actually for ProDota2, every team fights each other twice, so it's actually, but not at the same time. So it's the best out of two sort of thing. It's a league, so 2 matches for each. But they've chosen not to have all the games at the same time, so not both of their games after each other, even though sometimes that does happen, but right now it doesn't. So both teams get a chance at first pick and at Dire. And this time it's EHOME Dire and Mith.Trust first pick, as we have a Chen banned out from Mith.Trust. Not a very surprising ban, so nothing really to say about that, to be fair.
Radiant team ban.
As we have a Lycan ban out. I'm happy to see that these bans are like the same as the European teams that I cast, because that means that they're like at the same that they have the same idea of metagame in mind, or they might have. Everything remains to be seen. But it gives me a bit more confidence in maybe predicting some of the picks later on, even though I'm not sure if I'm gonna be correct. But it's the thought that counts. Let's see which one Mith does not want to pick up as their first pick. I mean, if they want to go for an Invoker or something, they could just try to leave him in and ban something else out. Makes sense. I know, logical. Woohoo. Reserve time. They're not sure about this ban out. I mean, you have to remember that if you have the first pick and first ban out, then you have to play it very tactical. You have to really decide, okay, what do we want to go for first? You have to know that in advance. And what is our second option if that hero gets banned out? And they were probably discussing, do we want to try to have the Invoker as a first pick, or do we want to go for something else? And they probably already decided what they want as a first pick now. As they don't want the Invoker, or at least they decided that they don't want that one, as that one's banned out. From EHOME we have the Brewmaster banned out, so what heroes do we still have in that we normally see picked up first or banned out first? Broodmother, even though I'm not sure if Asian team really like Broodmother. We have Leshrac, we have a Furion, we have a... I'm forgetting something. Darkseer, we have a Darkseer. So let's see if, we're gonna see the Enchantress being banned out, so that's some extra pushing power banned out from Mith here. As, well, let's see what they are gonna leave in. I mean, that means maybe they're gonna pick up their own jungler. They banned out 2 junglers, and Lycan is banned out, so that might mean that they want an extra jungler just to have, or to want to have a jungler and not have EHOME have a better jungler than they have. But they're actually going to pick up a Windrunner. Fairly standard pickup, even though he's not that fairly standard as first pickup. Not for what I've seen anyway. But yeah, it's a solid hero. You can't go wrong with the Windrunner. She fits in basically every lineup. Almost every lineup. She can solo lane, she can support. I haven't seen her support that often, but it happens. It happens. But Windrunner is going to be the first pickup for Mith, so let's see how EHOME responds to this. Are they going to go with a solo lane for themselves too, or are they going to pick up a combination with maybe a Leshrac and a Sand King or Shadow Demon or something like that? That could be a very good option for them, but if they want to go for it, I mean, Furion's still in too, of course. Which one did I just mention as well? Leshrac and Furion, so I did mention them. And Shadow Demon, of course, is still in as a support. I mean, we've seen him picked up a lot lately. Yeah. From what I've been told, he is picked up mostly now in favor of Vengeful Spirit. I mean, have you seen Vengeful Spirit lately in competitive games? I haven't.
Reserve
Because
time.
basically, you want to be able to, you can choose
Radiant
either
team
in a
pick.
team fight, swap yourself in for an enemy hero and die for saving your team member, or disrupt your team member and save him and not die. So that's basically, that was basically the thing I heard. Of course, you would go for the not die option and save your teammates still. As we have a Leshrac and a Furion picked up by EHOME, just two good pushers also. Might see Fury in the jungle, but
10
otherwise
seconds
there is a lot
remaining.
of diversity in this lineup too. I mean, Leshrac could go
5
solo, could go
seconds
support.
remaining.
EHOME is not really giving anything away about their tactic right now, apart from that they have some
Reserve
strong
time.
pushing lineup, which means that Mist might want to go for some extra counter push. They have Windrunner, which is a counter pusher with a power shot, but they might want to go for something else as well. Maybe something like a Beastmaster or something, but if they want that, they might not pick it up right now yet. Not yet anyway. If they do go for Beastmaster, they have even more options because that way they have another solo lane secured. And then they have 3 picks up for grabs, maybe for trailing. Or still for a jungler and a dual lane. Of course, possible too. But that all depends also what EHOME is gonna pick up later because Myth will want to try to have something in the jungle if they know that EHOME is gonna do that too. Because you don't want to be. Well, some teams do want to
Reserve
be
time.
countering. Oh, there's a Beastmaster. Oh my
10
god, I was right!
Radiant team pick.
Win! And it's gonna be the Earthshaker. Oh, that's like the ultimate counter pushing lineup
Dire
here.
team
Earthshaker
pick.
with his Fisher's counter push, Beastmaster Axis counter push, and the power shot going through. So this is all anti-push, but in the meantime, they make sure they have team fight with that. They have a solo lane with that. I really like these pickups for Miss. Yep, definitely do. I would have also said Earthshaker together with a Beastmaster, but I didn't want to push my luck too much by saying 2 heroes that might not get picked up and look like a fool.
10
But
seconds
you might not
remaining.
want to believe that now, but you know it was true. I promise. Promise.
5 seconds remaining.
And if you hear cat sounds in the background, I do apologize for that in advance. Ooh, oh, moving.
Reserve time.
And it looks like EO is going to go into reserve time. Actually, what we did not see, or at least I did not notice that much. I know Myth was going into their reserve time, but they only have 8 seconds left, so they're gonna have to know everything about what they're gonna pick right now, or use this time that EHOME is giving them to make sure that they are not gonna need that much more time anymore. And EHOME is gonna pick up a Morphling, so a
Radiant
very
team
early carry
ban.
pickup, as I usually see them only picked up as the fourth or fifth pickup. But yeah, EM going for a Morphling and also giving away a bit of their tactics with that. I mean, they have some push there. They will try to keep Myth busy, basically, and have their Morph farm up. And with the advantage they're going to get with early towers with Leshrac and Furion, Morphling will get some extra gold well, to be boosted a bit in his gold per minute. And with that advantage, they will then at one time Morphling will leave his lane and then they will continue to push.
10
They
seconds
won't go for
remaining.
that much ganks or that much risky stuff. They will try just to keep Myth busy. At least
Dire
that's my
team
expectation.
ban.
Expectation. That's the one. We have a Sand King ban out for Myth. Not very surprising. I mean,
Radiant
if we
team
look at
ban.
EHOME, they don't have that much team fight yet. We see Earthshaker on Myth, so that's their team fight. But Leshrac, yeah, I guess you can call him a team fight, but he's also very squishy. So
Dire team ban.
Myth does not want EHOME to have some more strong team fights, so they ban out the the Sand King and the Enigma for that. Even though Tidehunter is still in and could still possibly fit into the lineup of EHOME. And Entmate's gonna be banned out by EHOME purely because
Radiant team
they
pick.
don't want Mist to have a hero that can do the same thing as Morphling. Survive, farm, own the late game. There's still, of course, some hard carries left that have a chance, like Faceless Void or Ricky, but we're not sure if we're gonna see that yet. It could be though, because if Myth wants to take this with their current lineup, they don't really have that strong for early game. I mean, Windrunner is great at keeping her lane and
10
holding her ground,
seconds
and
remaining.
Beastmaster is only kind of nice as of level 6, but they can't really
5
push
seconds
early,
remaining.
especially not if you're versus a Furion, and that's gonna be tricky. They're gonna pick up an Ancient Apparition.
Dire
This
team
might be a
double.
setup for also a Faceless Void, as Ancient Apparition Faceless Void combination is pretty nice if you have like an Ancient Apparition ulti going through to the Chronosphere of Faceless Void. It's a good combination, and I have to say I haven't seen Ancient Apparition being played as support for a long time, but he is still strong. He is definitely still strong. And together with an Earthshaker, if they're going to be having a
10
tri-lane with
seconds
Earthshaker, Ancient
remaining.
Apparition, and the carry, they're going to be able to have a
5
guaranteed
seconds
stun with a
remaining.
Cold Feet and a Fissure together. Let's see what EHOME still needs. Like I
Reserve
said, they need
time.
some team fight. They could pick up a Tidehunter, like I said. They could also still have to have a hardcore support for Morphling. Leshrac could do that job, but I don't think they want to do that. They maybe want to pick up a Crystal Maiden or something along the lines of that. But well, they could go for support Leshrac, but I don't expect that. A
10
Shadow Demon
seconds
is also still
remaining.
free, of course, able to save Morphling if they want to. There we have Shadow Demon being picked up.
Radiant team
Oh,
pick.
right. Yay.
Weaver.
And it's gonna be Weaver that's gonna farm for Myth. Okay, I
Dire
was not
team
expecting
pick.
that. I mean, Weaver needs a lot of farm, but if he gets some HP up, he will probably be able to leave his lane earlier than the Morphling is. But then again, you also have a Edict going off from Leshrac, and Edict will go through invisible units, and in that case, Weaver is not that great. But we will have to see how
10
this works out.
seconds remaining.
Because this really will come down on laning right now, or laning at the start at
5
least.
seconds remaining.
As a last pick for EHOME is going to be a
Interesting.
Vengeful Spirit, so this is going to be probably a tri-lane with Shadow Demon and a Morphling and a Vengeful Spirit, with Leshrac in the middle and side solo for Furion. Or at least that's what I'm expecting. We'll see if if that is a correct prediction or not. As we are gonna switch into the game, and that means that I am gonna switch my overlays. There we go. And I'm just waiting to see if these pictures disappear. And if they do, then I will keep my starboard, and if they don't, then I will remove my starboard so you don't get confused and stuff. And they stay, so bye starboard. At least, where's my starboard? Do 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 do. Plop. There. So that you know
Prepare
that
for
EHOME is on
battle.
the Radiant and Myth is on. Sorry, EHOME is on the Dire and Myth on the Radiant. Wow. Fun. Let's see, take a look over EHOME, who's playing what. We have Cupid Cat playing the Nature's Prophet. We have King J on the Shadow Demon. And we have a pause, because that is very professional, I have noticed. That professional games have pauses. Cupid Cat disconnected from the game, so there's a bug. So we're just waiting for him to come back. As we see QQQ on the Vengeful Spirit, MMY on the Leshrac, and Len on the Morphling. I could try to pronounce the Len M. I could go Lan La N La N. But I'm afraid I would pronounce it wrong. Could have rolled a Latin. Latin. Okay. Maybe. If I see them chat in a minute and they can give me tips on how to pronounce that, then I will do it that way. We see Trinicub on the Age Depression. Linu is playing the Windrunner, and Lakels is playing the Weaver, with R5 on the Earthshaker, and Abba playing the Beastmaster. And I have to apologize myself for the way I'm pronouncing names. I have not casted these teams before. I've tried to practice a bit with the names, but it is awkward names, so they will not come very natural to me. Yet. Give it time and they will. Definitely. As we still have the pots going on. Let's see, everybody of EHOME moving towards the top lane. So, well, can't really say anything about their lanes just yet. Might see a tri-lane, like I said, with these three, and Leshrac maybe moving to the middle afterwards. If you're not joining into the top party but going towards the bottom lane, well, probably be. Already Spectre's Nature's Call might actually... Yeah. It's very small chance Nature's Prophet will be in the jungle. No, he won't be. He won't be. Not by the looks of his items, anyway. Let's see if we see some more items support him. I have to say, if he's gonna go... We might actually have a Shadow Demon in the middle. Nah, Leshrac going towards the middle. Still has 300 gold. It's gonna go for that fast bottle. Most likely. Most likely. Trina Cup is support age deprivation, no surprise there. He's gonna join on the top lane, be joined by the top lane by the Windrunner. And Windrunner having 6 tangos is probably gonna be a solo lane here, and age deprivation just gonna place a ward for her. Or are they? Weaver going towards that bottom lane. 6 tangos, ring of protection. I would be very surprised if that turns out to be a solo lane and then a tri-lane with a Windrunner, but it might be possible, it could be. If they want to go for a Windrunner that's
30 seconds.
not only doing a solo lane, but also is able to do a lot of damage. Because if Windrunner gets up items fast, then she's just very hard to stop. And if this happens, this might be a tri-lane versus tri-lane, but we'll see. We will see. Oh, gonna be some harassment. Is there gonna be a disruption though? No. Disruption is packed, but would be too risky. There is a Fisher, and Fisher just ruins every gank, even if you're not level well, even if it's just level 1.
Begins.
It does look like they want to stay here, so we will see a tri-lane with the Windrunner being the one to farm. Unless these two are backing off now. Warding's going everywhere. I heard another ward going down. Oh, that's probably this one. Placed by the Vengeful Spirit, who's gonna pick up a haste rune and move towards the top lane, where it looks like this standoff is not over yet. Again, some right clicks on the Morphling. Still no disruption. There's a disruption on the Windrunner. Will there be a Fisher? Yes, there will be Fisher lens, and there was a bit of lag for me as Windrunner is gonna try to Windrunner her way out of this. It's gonna be chased by 3 heroes though, and she's all by herself. It's the first blood going to Lan. Great play, or great play. Yeah, well. Actually, Fisher landing on the wrong side, making Windrunner not able to get away from that one. And Disruption is just such a powerful spell, also at the beginning, just to set up those kills. So first blood going towards EHOME. And by the way, the reason that you saw the Fisher later than it appeared is that it is a Singapore server, I believe, and that means that my internet or my connection, my ping is higher than average as well. As I can check the ping of the players, but I do expect this to be another. Well, this Shadow Demon is just a kill waiting to happen with this disruption. Fisher going down, just blocking off the Vengeful Spirit, making sure that she's no longer a threat. Going towards the bottom lane, see how this is going. It's going to be the Weaver versus the Nature's Prophet. It's going to be okay for the Weaver though, even though he gets harassed a lot and he doesn't have that much base armor, so we'll get harassed. Nature's Prophet will be a bit safer with that. Also is able to try to get last hits with his treants, of course. We have a Earthshaker. I was going to say Fisher, it's like a walking Fisher. Moving towards the middle lane, might try to get a kill. No, actually just placed the ward and is going to back off again. And he's gonna probably come in from the side. There's an illusion rune up, but it's gonna be picked up by the Beastmaster. And there's wards up for EHOME there too though, so they know that the Earthshaker's here. Sentry ward being placed. Or counter ward, I believe. Or did he place this the wrong ward? No. Weird. As it looks like Mith wants to maybe try for something, or at least tries to get some experience from the creeps here. Stun going off on age deprivation. Fisher lands. Did he want to go for this though? There's still disruption if he wants to go for this. There's a disruption. Soulcatcher can be on soon too. Soulcatcher is there. Windrunner is there to try to get away. We will be able to get away. There will not be a waveform because Lan knows that it has no chance of succeeding. In the meantime, we do see something else succeeding as Beastmaster. One right click away from dying, and there we have Cupid Cat taking a kill.
Pruned.
Nice, probably set up from Leshak, who is getting away on 35 HP. But yeah. Good job, as we have another Fisher going down. Shadow Demon is in trouble here now, as he gets arrested. Lost one more right click, and there we go. Windrunner taking a kill. Linu taking that one, making sure that she is not left behind. She did die once, but now she also has a kill, so might be a bit in her favor once again. And TP's comes back so that Shadow Demon can join the fight instantly again. As Nature's Prophet has still on the middle lane, is taking the farm from Leshak while he's away, leaving Weaver to free farm on the bottom lane. It's not unimportant to notice. I mean, like I said, Weaver is a hero that needs a lot of farm, and you can't really get early kills that easy with him. But if you're gonna let him free farm, then well, that might be a tricky thing, as we have a cold feet. Fisher going down, Vengeful Spirit, one more power shot, and there we have Ancient Separation actually taking the last hit of that, as there is a Soul Catcher on Ancient Separation also, but he will be far enough away. Windrun goes off on the Windrunner, so we'll be fine too. And it's now 2 for 2 in kills wise. Let's take a quick look at the gold graph. 500 gold difference, that's basically no difference at all. No difference at all. And with Weaver being at 18 for 2, Nature's Prophet, who did have a kill, is 10 for 4. Yeah, that's because he left the lane for a moment to get a kill. Totally worth it. It gets harassed now by the Nature's Prophet. Sorry, by Nature's Prophet getting harassed by the Weaver, of course. So we have maybe something going on in the top lane again. No. We have the supports going to towards the base. And probably maybe gonna try to get something else. We have a disruption, we have a Soul Catcher. Windrun in a lot of trouble trying to Windrun away. There's the Fisher landing, making sure that Morphling has some issues going towards the Windrunner, but she will still die. Soul Catcher and Weaveform is just too much to deal with. And that Fisher landed on the wrong side of Morphling to be able to block him off. So he will just be able to just safely walk his way out of tower range and continue his happy farming streak. As he now has 2 kills for 0, and on a Morphling that's really dangerous. Cold Feet going off, got a Morph in strength though, Fisher going down. Disruption going off once again. This time on the Earthshaker, takes a stun too. One more right click away, but will someone get it? No, doesn't look like they want to chase it. Not safe to chase it either. But forcing him away from the lane anyway, and forcing him all the way back to the base, the same as Age of Separation, and they just came back. They were here for a second, did some stuff, and then were forced back, while the supports of EHOME were able to just stay here and continuing to help out this Morphling, farming more and more and more. In the meantime, Beastmaster has been, has reached level 6, is 24 for 3, as Leshrek is 26 for 9, so fairly even here. But level 6 on the Beastmaster will probably invite for Beastmaster to start maybe gank a bit. He tried to run for a for the rune, but it spawns at the bottom lane. It's a haste rune that's gonna be picked up by the Leshrek. A quick look at the experience graph, it's also very easy. I mean, this is mostly kills difference that you see here. Even though Windrunner is getting a nice bit of XP here now, level 4, from this top lane, but she did die twice, so she is still behind on the Morphling, which is level 5. Who laughs or deny, I guess. Where did Furion go to? Oh, he teleported to base. What? Was worried for a second that I missed him, but Furion left Weaver once again alone to farm on this lane. 30 for 8 right now, is not doing bad at all. As Furion is back there, shout going off on the Leshrek. There's Age of Separation to help out too. Vengeful Spirit coming in though, one right click away, and there we have Age of Separation taking the kill, but Nature's Prophet ultimate going through, and the tower makes sure that Beastmaster dies as the supports are backing off. I don't know if that was worth it for the Beastmaster, but he got a kill. No, actually he did not take the kill. It was Age of Separation take the kill. He just died, so in that case definitely not worth it. A bit overextension there. As well, the rest just was not there in time. Looks like Myth is a bit at a loss on where they're gonna get their ganks from. They know that versus this Morphling, they really have to get in some early kills to, or early kills, at least right now, early kills, to do something. As we have Cold Feet going off on the Shadow Demon, who is disrupting Age of Separation, Soul catching in, Furion TPing in. Axis will finish off the Shadow Demon though, even though it was Age of Separation that got the last hit. Nature's Prophet making sure that he got the last hit on the Age of Separation. Earthshaker is gonna go down here. Nature's Prophet taking another kill. Double kill for Cupid Cat, as Beastmaster is gonna get away, or gonna try to get away. His 3 versus 1 is not a fun standoff to run into. And that was some quick kills for EHOME, turning around. Well, they were trying to get a gank on the Age of Separation, and that one got turned around on the Shadow Demon, who still died, but taking 2 kills in return, definitely not bad for them, as we probably see the gold graph dropping into their direction by those kills. And there we have 15 gold, 1500 gold in favor of EHOME. And we have a gank team. They know that they know that Weaver has been free farming for a bit. They have let it run its course for a while, but now they're gonna try to get a kill. Weaver is level 8 though, so does have his time lapse even. Stun is not gonna land on him, and he doesn't even need the time lapse. I mean, the first stun to initiate from Vengeful Spirit was not there, so the follow-up stun from Leshrek would not be able to be there too, as the Kells is gonna get away. And just continuing his farm. 43 for 11 now.
Dire's middle tower
Let's
is
take a
under
quick
attack.
look at this screen so you can see all the last hits. In favor is actually overall it's actually EHOME with last hits. As they have 4 people with a couple last hits on them rather than 3, as Vengeful Spirit was able to take 10 last hits. And overall, just more last hits on EHOME. I mean, 39, 27, 46 versus the 35, 15, and 45. So Windrunner having a very tough lane on this bottom lane. We knew that already, of course. She did die twice. And hasn't died any since, so that has to be said too. But is not able to take all that much last hits. She's just afraid to get in close. She can only use her power shots last hit, as if she gets close there will be a disruption, and that will mean the end of her. And that's not a fun thing to look forward to. Let's see if we're gonna see Beastmaster try to take some more, well, try to be some more aggressive. So far though, it has been, EHOME is in favor right now. I mean, they know that. They know they have the advantage, not only in gold, but also they would be able to push, they would be able to get kills. Even though you still should not underestimate Fisher, of course. But they have been really careful, just more like waiting for Mist to make a mistake and profit from that one, rather than trying to push something themselves. I mean, they will probably push once they get a kill on a lane. But, oh, nice sentry ward being placed there. Shout going off on the Vengeful Spirit though. Cold speed there too. Axes flying through. Beastmaster taking this last hit as Nature's Prophet Ultimate is hitting. Puts us proud on the Earthshaker who can't do anything. It will go down here, at least will go down here. Leshrac taking the last hit with his Edict as Beastmaster is gonna try to get away. Will get away as MMY is not fast enough to catch up with this Edict. And there was no disruption to stop him either. So 1 for 1, trading a Vengeful Spirit for Earthshaker. I mean, I would consider that an even
Radiant's
trade.
top tower is under attack.
Not really in favor of everybody, even though, of course, it was Beastmaster that got the kill on the Radiant side and Leshrac on the Dire, so it was the 2 mid-heroes that got the kill. But the kill on the Beastmaster will probably mean a bit more. As we have, now they're pushing, making advantage from the kills that they took. That's what I said earlier. I mean, they will take advantage from ganks and from, well, from drops that Mith does, and not leaving someone to defend this tower was probably a drop, even though that person would have probably died anyway. So in that case they gave this tower away, and they EHOME will take it securely, as we have a disconnect from LAN. He's losing frames per second, and he is rejoining as we speak, apparently. And that will give me the time to show you this graph. Gold graph in favor of EHOME. Not very surprising. I just showed them to you so you know what's going on or know the graphs. Some people really like to see the graphs a lot more than other people. So during this pause I can actually show the graphs a bit more than I normally do, as experience is 2k in advantage of EHOME, even though we do see it drop back a bit in favor of Mith, but well, that's mostly for killing the Vengeful Spirit, I would reckon. And of course, Windrunner being 2 versus 1 for a while again. That will give her some extra experience too, and she was able to stay in range of that experience, of those kills. I will let you look at this a bit more too. We have Master Farmer is Weaver at this moment at 63 last hits for 14, who is being left alone on this bottom lane completely. He's just able to farm. Has 2k gold, has a ring of health, is building toward... Oh, he's being left to farm. Well, he was being left to farm until this gank train is gonna try to get him. He does have a Shuki, and there is no... Well, there's a sentry ward. Stun is there. Follow-up stun there too, and that's the end of Weaver. I was gonna say, do they have a dust, but it didn't have a dust. They only needed a ward, and that was a quick needed kill on the Weaver from EHOME. Was not able to buy anything before he died, but still has 1800 gold, not that bad. Still building towards his Radiance, pretty solid, but in this, at the same time, Windrunner killed off the Morphling on the top lane. Sorry for not switching there earlier. I saw something going down, but I was just too slow. And I was gonna say that Mist should do the same thing with the Morphling, and they actually do that, having deployed 3 heroes for that kill, securing the Morphling with that, and like I said, needed kill. And let's see if they're gonna take a tower out of this too. It doesn't look like they will try to do that, as EHOME is just pushing up here, being on a 4-man train, going towards this tier 2 tower, who's gonna take a fair chunk of damage and at least force out some TP. Beastmaster's here, Earthshaker's here, and there's Weaver 2 and Windrunner 2. So the only one not here is the Age of Deprivation. Power shot going through. Like I said, they do have a lot of counter push if they wanted. Want to lay down a Fisher through it, or they want to save the Fisher to take the team fight. Axis will do the job just as well. Age Deprivation ulti going through. That was enough for EHOME, forcing the TPs, getting everybody off their lane. And they will be able to go back to farming now before Mist does, and that will be an advantage for them too. Apart from Weaver, who will just stay on the bottom lane and continue his farm. Actually, this that the lane is pushed out for him now is a bit more in favor for him than it was before. I mean, he has a whole lane free now to free farm, not having to worry about, or not having to worry that much about ganks. That with the Ape and separation being in a lot of trouble. In the meantime, Shout is going off here too. Fisher going down. The Shout was on the Nature's Prophet, who's gonna be able to get away. As yeah, everybody backing off, and they should back off. Still got a kill on the Shrek though, and it was Windrunner taking that kill. But then again, Morphling got the kill earlier on. Did he actually TP? No, he didn't. Morphling got the kill off earlier on the Age Deprivation, so Morphling being 3-1 now. Getting some of his gold back. Picked up Ghost Scepter, so he's gonna go for that shotgun Morphling. Ethereal Blade on the way. Shackle Shot lashes Morphling to a creep. Great Shackle Shot. Age Deprivation ulti will play in, but it was Windrunner that took the last hit. Morphling going down for the second time here. Quick kill. Power Shot going through. Do some damage on the Nature's Prophet. Axis will be ready in 3 minutes, but will be enough time. There's nothing. There's the Shackle Shot. There's the last hits, and Windrunner taking a double kill for that. Linu has got a great comeback from getting those early kills up on him. He wants revenge, and he got revenge. Nice, nice defense there from Mith.Trust, making sure that this tier 2 tower is not going to go down, and they have to defend that. I mean, it's vital. They have only taken 1 kill for themselves, and it was only just now on the tier 1 tower, and giving away 2 towers or letting EHOME taking too many towers is just giving them gold advantage that they already had. So it's just increasing their gold advantage, and you don't want to fight that. You don't want to have that gold advantage, so you will defend towers when you can. It's really annoying that I don't see ultis going through. And we do have Shadow Demon going down, Beastmaster taking the last hit and he's back off, and we have some some threatening attempted TPs from the Furion, but he knows that he can't do anything now. So we have a smoke up on Mist. Let's see where they're gonna go. And we see a mech being built on the Windrunner. Almost as a complete, just needs the recipe. 900 gold, well, I can call that almost. Mech is already completed on the Nature's Prophet though, but Nature's Prophet might be in some trouble now as he has a ganking coming on him. Cold Feet going off. Shout is there too, he will be stunned again. Power shot, Fisher. Swap is there to try to save his life. Will it actually save his life though? No, it won't. Nation Deprivation taking the kill as the stun lands on the Earthshaker. And Leshrac doing some more damage with his Lightning Storm, but nobody really wants to try for this again because they know they probably will lose Earth, and it's not sure who has the advantage right now. Oh, Earthshaker! That Lightning Storm taking so many damage. We have a Blinker from Leshrac too, but there's nothing that's gonna stop that from happening anymore. As we see QQQ taking a long way around to avoid getting hit by the Age Deprivation ulti. A smart thing to do. We don't really see that flying on the minimap, or at least I don't. But she will be safe just by taking that detour, making sure that she is safe. And there we have Morphling. Gonna go aggressive. The only one from his team on this side of the river. Well, now he's got some help. Shadow Poison to grant some vision. Meantime, Weaver still not leaving his lane. 3,800 gold up on the Weaver. So Morphling is on 1,600, but already has his Ghost Scepter, has his Power Threads, has his Ring of Aquila. And it's just farming for that Eagle Song. Eagle Horn? Eagle Song? Either. You know what I mean. To get his Ethereal Blade. I recently learned that it's Ethereal Blade. So, I will say that. Let's take a quick look at this. This is very even. I mean, okay, it's in favor of EHOME, but they have taken 2 more towers right now than Mist does. So if Mist just takes those towers, they would be, well, they would be ahead gold-wise. Don't forget that. And they're just Mist playing very careful right now, and they know that if they get the stun combination from Leshrac, from the Vengeful Spirit, that they will probably be dead. So they're playing very careful. The only one who's not playing all that careful is Weaver. But then again, he has time lapse. He has Shikushi. There we go. Now I say it properly. He will be able to get away. He's got his relic completed, and well, it's just happily farming. Age Separation knows he's gonna hit on Nature's Prophet. He wants to go for this, but shoots his minions into the wrong direction. Is not gonna get the kill anymore on the Nature's Prophet, but is gonna get ganked. So we have a smoke up. We will probably see disruption here. There we go, disruption going off. Stun from Leshrac, kind of follow that up together with the stun from the Vengeful Spirit. Is there a time lapse? No, no mana for a time lapse. Shadow Demon taking the kill, but good thing for Weaver is that he already had a Sacred Relic, so it was too late for EHOME to stop him from buying that one. As it looks like we might have some push going on this bottom lane once again. Nature's Prophet though, TPing into the middle lane to stop the pushing from happening here. And there is nobody yet trying to defend this tier 2 tower. Only now we see Earthshaker and Age Separation moving towards there. As Beastmaster TPing away. There is a sentry ward going down here. But they don't. Well, they have a ward up here. They're gonna try to catch out this ward, but they don't do that. It's just a weird. This is a weird place, sentry ward right here. You should always want to place it here or something. Oh, I'm drawing on the water. That's cool. But at least you saw where I meant. We have a Leshrac that picked up his Bloodstone, split up his mana boots for that pretty common build on Leshrac. We'll be able to just walk through, have tons of HP, tons of mana, kill Nova through, and Edict going through. He's just a tanky Leshrac that will do a lot of damage unless there is a pipe being built, which will neglect his damage just for a bit, but there is no pipe being built as of yet. By the way, if people are wondering why there is no boots on the Weaver, that's actually pretty common. If you have a Shikushi for every 6 seconds, I believe it is, and it lasts for 4 seconds, so you only have 3 seconds without boots. Oh, nice stun from MMY! Great anticipation on where he would be, but it looks like he will be getting away anyway. Even though the sentry ward, there was a nice sentry ward already placed up just to try to get a stun on him. Oh, and there's a Shizuki once again. So like I said, every 6 seconds, a speed for every 4 seconds. There's a sentry ward there again too. Nice aggressive, and it looks like they might want to try to go for a Roshan. Already, well, warding up everything. This is a weird ward, but you know, better safe than sorry. I'd rather have too many wards than too little. See Morphling, 2700 gold up on him, so almost got that Eagle song. Shout going off on Leshrac. Age Separation ulti will fly into Fisher landing. Leshrac getting disrupted to try and save his life, but will it be enough? It might be, as Morphling weaving in. It's gonna go for Beastmaster, but will he actually continue going for this? I don't think he should be, and he is not gonna, so everybody backing off again. They don't want to lose heroes for this. As the Beastmaster just changed his course, because he has a hawk, he sees Leshrac's illusions coming. Axis will make sure that that one goes down. We have Morphling not done yet. Or is he? Age Separation looks to be the target, but Age Separation will definitely be his target once he has his Ethereal Blade up. Age Separation is not a very high HP hero, 750 is level 7. I mean, if we look at the rest of the levels, level 7 is the lowest level in the game. Age Separation will not have a fun time as soon as Morphling has that Ethereal Blade, sorry.
Radiant structures are
Fortification going off. We have a disruption to get some more illusions of the Morphling, be able to do some more damage. Fisher landing. Shadow Demon actually on the wrong side. Nice Shackle once again. Letting land to a creep. But nothing really to follow up. Power shot going through, harassment a bit. There's more creeps. They want to still go for this tower. The Shrek Edict doing damage with it. Not surprising, ledging is Shrek to a tower, but that doesn't matter. Edict will still go through as Morphling weaving in. Gotta get a kill on the Earthshaker. Extinction Prophet taking that kill. And that was all that EHOME were wanting, that tower and maybe a kill on the side. And that was the Earthshaker getting the kill on the side and tower down. So everybody of EHOME backing off again. The kill score is even now, 11 for 11, as the gold graph is not even. I don't think this is updated yet with the tower that just went down, so we'll see it tick a bit more in favor of EHOME. But still, Myth is far from out of this yet. I mean, Weaver wasn't even in that fight. And he has his Radiance now, so he will be joining fights right now. Or more fights than he has been anyway. And EHOME might be going for Leshrac. Or at least someone could go for Leshrac. The levels are there. They could try to go for an Age Separation LT gank. Look, yeah. It looks like Trina Cup, sorry, was wondering also if they might be going for an for Roshan, but they weren't. So good to check, but you never know. And there we have Ethereal Blade completed on the Morphling. So watch out for watch out, Ace Depression. Oh, I feel sorry for him already.
Dire's top
We're
tower
gonna see
is
that in
under
the next
attack.
fight most likely. Gonna see if he is indeed the target. He might actually try to go for a Weaver. I mean, Weaver doesn't have that much HP. It's like the counter. It's a great thing to have for the Weaver because you basically force him to use his time lapse instantly if it doesn't kill him
Dire's
instantly.
middle tower
Age
is under
Deprivation will
attack.
stop the push from coming, so they will be able to take this tower. Windrunner taking
Dire's
this
middle
tower.
tower
Windrunner
has
is building
fallen.
towards the 4-step as we have a disruption and a soul catcher up on the Beastmaster. Gets away in time for the stun though, but still gets a shot up on the Nitrous Prophet, but is going down to the Morphling afterwards to use his blade on him instead, as there was nobody else around, or at least not close enough anyway. And there we have MMY, like I said, just running around with his Nova as Age Separation still going down. This two-dimensional spirit this time, power shot going through, doing some damage. Fisher might go through again too, but just for harassment, trying to clear off the quick wave, trying to make sure that EHOME is not going to push in on this tier 2 tower, and just Mith don't want to give them to them. And they're right to not want to give that to him anyway. But then again, what are you gonna do? It's only power shots and fissures that they can do now. If they get too close, they will get a disruption, they will get a stun, another stun, and they will most likely die. Ethereal Blade up off cooldown again too, so well, Windrunner has 1k HP. Earthshaker would probably be a better target, but then again, it's just every target that it hits, it will be a lot of damage. And taking the tier 2 tower and backing off once again. Same thing as on the top lane, they did not get a kill on the side this time, or at least not if you don't count the kills that happened in the mid lane. And in the jungle here, where Age Depression died, but took a tower and went back. So we might see in a couple minutes rather, EHOME rotating towards the bottom lane to take down that last tier 2 tower, to securing their gold well, advantage even more. Invisibility rune is in Leshrack's bottle. Might be used at. I mean, if you have an invisibility rune on Leshrack, you can make sure that you land the perfect split earth. You don't really have to have a stun to set it up for you. You can just do it by yourself. So a very useful rune to have on an Earthshaker. We have a Necronomicon being built on the Beastmaster to get some extra push, and of course the auras from him works also on the auras of the Necronomicons. And of course, if you have maybe a Necronomicon that's gonna get killed off by an Aged Prophet, like one of the warriors, with the Nature Prophet ultimate, I should add, because AoE damage is more. Well, Nature Prophet is not gonna purposely focus something down that can cost him a lot of HP at a time that he does not want to lose it. But his ultimate might make sure that he just takes that hit. Same goes for the Leshrack, just a large chunk of damage. And here we have EHOME rotating to this bottom tower. Look at the experience graph, very even though. This is because EHOME has been staying close together lately, or at least been pushing as a 5-man, where Mith was still able to get some farms. So that's why, even though they're taking a couple kills now, that's why they're not that far ahead. In the meantime, Morphling getting a kill on a Weaver on the top lane looks to be like a 1 versus 1, and that's that Ethereal Blade doing its job. And I'm sorry that I missed that. This is a very important kill to have. I mean, if you got your carry versus carry, and you know, the carry that wins is basically the carry that's probably gonna win the late game, and Morphling morphs towards his replica and will be joining in this pushing on the top lane, bottom lane, and killing up the tower. Fisher and power shots will not save this tower now, as Edict is there, Nature Prophet creeps are there, and Mith knows that they're gonna have to back off, and they are. And Necronomicon also up on EHOME actually. Let's check who has that one on him. As we have sun going off. Yeah, it's a Nature Prophet, level 3 already as well. I mean, he can push it. He can push it with his Nature Call. Obviously, he has already those minions, but having also the Necronomicon warriors, it will just make their push in a lot stronger and give them a bit more XP. And of course, able to see Weaver, because one of those Necronomicon warriors has got invisibility shown, and versus a Weaver, that's just so useful. You don't have to carry a gem. It's a free thing. And Roshan is being attempted right now, as you can see. Age Separation not flying in, so they know it's happening. Gonna put down a Shadow Poison. Fisher landing, Shadow Shot not latching. Power Shot going through, Shadow going off on a Vengeful Spirit. And what a hate on a Vengeful Spirit! Windrunner taking that kill as Morphling takes down a Beastmaster. And we have a disruption going down here, but it did not save the Shadow Demon as he still went down. Weaver taking that one down as he backs off again. Fisher landing once again. Morphling not done yet though. He has another Ethereal Blade pop up in 10 seconds and he wants to use it. He wants to use it probably on the Agent Operation, but Shackle Shot ledges, gives Windrunner a chance to get away here. And will probably not, they will probably not be able to follow Myth that much, even though they might try, but they'll probably use this opportunity as a push in. As it was a, well, Morphling getting a kill on the Beastmaster. A very useful kill, and we saw everything being used from the Vengeful Spirit. We had a Shout, we had a Fisher, we had Cold Feet. Like, Vengeful Spirit has to die, but she is not the most threatening person. If you're gonna nuke someone down, try to nuke down a Shadow Demon after he disrupted someone else. I mean, Shadow Demon is not a very high HP hero, and his disruption can be a lot more painful than a swap or a stun. Even though, of course, Vengeful Spirit is still a good hero to kill off, but to use everything on that, I mean, she doesn't have that much XP. Well, actually, she has more than I thought she had, but she won't be that important. But then again, kill's a kill, and killing off the supports is, of course, useful too. And they probably know better than me, so maybe that was all planned, all intentional. See, Windrunner having her 4-step completed has got 1800 gold. Let's see where she's gonna go next. Maybe a sheep stick would be a nice option to just make sure that they might have an extra thing to control the Morphling. But Morphling is having his BKB completed now, so
Fall by my edict.
ouch. A haste rune up on Leshrac, and Weaver going down because of it, or at least haste rune definitely helped him with that one. Weaver, who has 1600 gold, is also building towards his BKB, and a great kill once again. And this could actually give EHOME the opportunity to push in. I mean, they want to. And 40 seconds, 35 seconds for before Weaver is back up again. Fisher landing, trying to stop the push in. Power shot on the same level, so hits the same creeps. Shackle shot, latching. Leshrac being shackled for a while now, but they can't go in on that. Power shot doing a lot of damage on the Morphling actually, but Mech is there to help him stay up. And of course there's always the Morph, giving him more strength if he wants to. This is like anti-pushy. BKB on the Morphling, he wants to go in, he wants to go for the Beastmaster. Ethereal Blade is already on them, we will still get the Adaptive Strike off. No, stun going off though, Beastmaster taking a lot of damage, pops his bear once again as we have Windrunner taking on Vengeful Spirit once again. Morphling is getting out, still got a lot of HP though, so, well, a lot. You can call it a lot. He still has a Morphin strike, but might actually die here. The disruption is there to try and save his life, as we have Weaver trying to get the killer, or is on this side, might try to get a kill on this Nature Prophet, who is still there too. Weaver, why are you not doing the more damage? There you are, doing more damage. There we have him dying, or at least Aegis being popped. That's at least something for Myth, as they still got a kill on Leshrac now too. Mech popping just a second too late to save the Leshrac though, but everybody else back off, and they lost the Vengeful Spirit fairly early. They lost Leshrac, who is back up again already because the head stacks on his Bloodstone, but they did not lose a tower or barracks. The tower lost a bit of HP, but it's not that big. It's not that important. It's not unovercomable. So we have 2400 gold up on the Weaver, who, well, I have to say I thought he would do more damage, but by this time there is just so much HP on the dire heroes that he's not having that advantage that he might have in a game where EHOME would not have all the towers, because those towers, I mean, if you have a Vengeful Spirit stun going off, this is to support trying to kill off the Weaver, and they might actually do so. Demonic Purge makes Fury explode a lot. There's the disruption. Try to delay, making Fury unable to TP in. Will he be able to get out? He might be. Morphling though, there we have Morphling getting the last hit. Ethereal Blade him to death. We have a Sentry Ward down there too, and that's just a kill on a Weaver that was overextending, and I thought he could get a quick kill on the Vengeful Spirit, but did not do it. And that's what I was saying, if you have a Vengeful Spirit with Power Threats, Earth of Shadows, Magic Wand, and still being able to ward, then you have a good Vengeful Spirit. Then Vengeful Spirit is having a great game. Earthshaker picking up a Blink Dagger might mean a big difference for Myth, as they can now have a easier time to initiate, because they do have the team fight, which we have not seen yet, or at least not seen them have the favor of have the advantage in the team fight. A real 5-on-5 team fight. Fisher going through, Shackle Shot latching on the Morphling, Mech going off, Power Shot going through, but it's not doing all that much. They can try to stop this push in, as they, like I said earlier, they do have all the counter push but will be enough to stop this push in. I mean, there's the Necronomicon Warrior gonna try to do some damage. This is actually giving away free gold, even though the tower gets the last hit. Fisher landing on the Shrek, might actually get picked up. A Shrek shot doesn't let power shot. Not gonna hit because the 4-step was there to help him out. 4-step from probably Shadow Demon. Yeah, there we go. And there we go. Nature Prophet TPing down to the bot lane as we have a small line. You can see a line being drawn here from Q to Q. As it is the indication, okay, top lane didn't work. Let's go to the middle lane. Middle lane didn't work, even though it did take off quite a lot of this tower. But let's now go to the bottom lane and get some damage on this tower done. And then they might do the same thing again. I mean, rotating to the top lane. And if they keep doing this, I mean, Myth is holding off. Yes, they are. They're doing a good job anti-pushing, and they have the setup to do so. But will it be enough to give Weaver the time to get bigger than Morphis? I mean, he is getting farmed, yes, but he's getting killed off too. And he only has 1 kill for himself. Is now building towards his BKB. Has got his recipe, so does have his BKB up now. And that will make a difference in the meantime. We see a kill up on the Beastmaster was out of position. Fisher landing. Stun doesn't land on the Earthshaker though. Easy kill for EHOME once again as Beastmaster just wasn't where he should be. But yeah, BKB up on the Weaver. Let's see if that makes a difference. EHOME does want to go for this. There is a BKB up also on the Morphling, who is just a lot more farmed than the Weaver is. If we just check for a second, we have a Weaver on 381 and 450 gold per minute on the Morphling. And there's the BKB popped on the Weaver. He wants to go for this visual landing, anti-pushing a bit. And is he gonna be able to do anything though? There goes the Echo Slam. Nature's Prophet gonna get a disruption so he can save his life. Earthshaker going down to the Shrek in the meantime, who has also got a BKB, is just running through with Pulse Nova, and there's Nature's Prophet with his ultimate taking down Windrunner, and that is 3 down for Myth right now, and that will mean the tier 3 tower and also possibly the barracks. Well, the barracks for sure. There is no fortification, nothing here is gonna stop them. Access might fly through, but there's no shout. Nothing here that can actually stop this pushing from happening. It's 5 versus 3 and they will not do it. They might actually, EHOME might actually choose to rotate towards the top lane, take down this tower too. They have the chance, they have the opportunity, they have the HP to do this. Look at Shrek. It's just, he doesn't care, it's just creeps, but his Nova will go through anyway. He has his Edict. There goes the barracks. Shadow Demon in the meantime, well, got the last one on the tower, so getting some extra gold there. Morphling shot, gutting Age Deprivation. This is what I was talking about. Age Deprivation does not have the HP to stay alive through that. So the Ethereal Blade just kills him, well, like a semi one-shot. Well, at least it's like a 2-shot with Adaptive Strike and Ethereal Blade, yeah, being used, so 2-shot. And it looks like EHOME is gonna play it safe as they are not gonna push in versus 4. They're gonna wait. They know they got this almost in the bag, and I mean, they just have to kill off this and then they are set. And it looks like Morphling already wants that. He's already getting that farm on the top lane, making sure the lane gets pushed out. And he knows that he's gonna be very hard to kill because who is gonna stop him? I mean, really, there's gonna be someone in the base of Myth to defend this, to defend their tier 4 towers. We have Nature's Prophet picking up a Scythe of Vice in the meantime, so we'll be even more farmed. And we'll probably try to do that on the Weaver once his BKB has run out. Once Weaver's BKB has run out, I mean. And we saw the Beastmaster picking up a level 3 Necronomicon now too. Even though I'm not sure how much it will help him, but it will help a bit. I have to say though, Echo Slam, Blink Deck Echo Slam did make a difference in the last team fight, but not enough difference to actually give them the fight. I mean, check out the gold per minute. We had it stable for a very long time, and then BAM! Almost 20k in favor of EHOME. Ruthless. As we have experience graph, same thing. It's not, I mean, 4k is not that much, but then turning to 10k is like so fast. Let's see where this smoke is gonna go to. They can't really find anything out. I mean, EHOME is all on the top lane, and I do feel like Myth should know that. I mean, why would EHOME be in the Radiant Forest on the bottom side of the map when they want to go for that top side and they want to go for that top lane? Or they may be expecting a gank on their Weaver. That's probably the case. As a Weaver versus Morphling, they might actually get a kill on the Morphling, but Morphling has his replica up, so is actually just safe. Let's see where he is. There he is. He's at the bottom lane. Forcing out TP to the tier 3 tower is gonna drop. Fortification is gonna delay it for a second, but the tower will drop regardless. as there's too much damage being done now. Power shot going through, trying to stop it. Shackle shot does let some of the strike. A separation is gonna fly in. Shout going off too, but there's a BKB up on the Morphling. Will try to get a kill. Will get a kill on the Earthshaker, and is the next target is gonna be the what is it gonna be? It's gonna be the Weaver. Weaver gonna go down there. Vengeful Spirit taking that last hit though. Nice shackle for steal on the Morphling. We have Leshrac killing off the Asian Separation, who is just standing near the base, getting the kills up in the base. Actually still gets a kill on the Beastmaster. No, he does not. And we have the GG being called by Myth as EHOME has this in the bag.
Radiant's top
Barracks are gonna drop. Disruption's still gonna do something. We're at least gonna make copies of Leshrac
Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
to get some extra units to do damage. And EHOME just being very confident, very disciplined in taking down this fight, in controlling this fight. They controlled when and where what happened. Oh hi.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I mean,
Radiant's middle tower
they have
has
constantly made sure that they were not the ones to well, they were not the ones to make the mistake, but they waited for Mist to try to do something, and then got the kills in on that, as we still see Morphling Ethereal Blading Windrunner to death. Leshrac did go down though. Should not go too close to the fountain. Lesson learned there, I hope. And there we have the throne exploding, so I will thank you for watching this game with me, or at least, yeah, you did. So, thank you. This was a ProDota2 League match between EHOME and Mith.Trust, where EHOME took the win very convincingly. And, well, my name is Sheever. You can follow me on YouTube on SheeverGaming, and I also have a website, SheeverGaming.com. Check that out. As well as you can follow me on the website where you're watching right now is Twitch. It's GGNetSheever is the name. So follow me if you haven't done that already, and I will be having more matches tonight from Star Ladder starting at 8. So we have like a 45-minute break where I can also get some food. Maybe you want to get some food too. And